All right, we're live. All right, guys. Welcome to the Boardroom. Here with me, the CEO, the CEW, Anthony Venture, and the one and only Mr. Joe Barretto.
Hola.
We're just here to talk about whatever comes up. We're in D.C. right now, celebrating our 20th a couple months early because this is when we could get off and get away. So here we are, and it's been an adventure.
It sure has.
So, guys, how are you guys doing?
I have a question, a serious question.
Uh-oh.
Oh, goodness.
Did you get roofied?
No, I think he roofied
I was
me
gonna
this
say
time.
somebody might be, but it's not me.
Really?
Sweet
Don't blame
revenge.
innocent CEW. Look at that innocent face she has. She would never do
Right.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Never.
Well,
Yeah, Joe the Instigator Barretto.
I think Richie roofies himself.
I agree.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
What did they say in The Hangover? Why do they call them roofies when you're more than likely to end up on the floor?
That's true.
Man, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
So if you want, I shall start prying because I hear you guys doing something did something pretty special not too long ago. You guys are in DC, right? But something that there's a little bit of a parallel timeline here that you guys actually ate at the Michelin star restaurant at the Grand Bazaar in the Waldorf Astoria in DC. How was that? I'm too curious. I'm so excited to hear.
It was amazing. Listen, I'll tell you one thing I learned this trip is DC is definitely a foodie destination,
For real.
and we are big time foodies. However, everything has gone wrong until we went to the bazaar
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh
Like,
no.
Yeah, for all the amazing, wonderful restaurants that are here, something has just gone wrong every night. And then we went to the bazaar tonight, and excluding the bill, everything was phenomenal about that place. I cannot rave about it enough.
So I'm very basic eater, and I was scared, and I was so overwhelmed. Like, you should have seen my face when I was looking at the menu, and then they described it to me. So I went safe at first, and then it was everything I ate was amazing. I tried oxtail for the first time.
Mhm.
Oh
And it
yes,
was phenomenal.
it's really
And like, I'm sold. I would eat there again every time.
good. And so when you go up there, so you said you're overwhelmed, right? Because when they come to you, this is like, if people don't know, I've said it a million times. It's a Michelin star restaurant. They are very high class. They come up to you like, okay, so like here's a million different options. This typically goes with this. This pairs with that. Here's what most people do. This is what you guys should do. And then then you're put on the spot, and you're like, okay, now I have to order 50,000 things. Is that kind of how it was?
Yeah, because like I looked at the menu earlier today and kind of picked out what I was going to eat. And then we get there and they're like, we recommend 4 or 5 dishes per person. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And so that was really,
portions.
Yeah, literally.
they're like
that's
tapas. So they're small plates.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now it makes
And
sense.
I was really, really nervous. And I was like, all right, chicken or boneless chicken fingers. I'll at least like that. So I started with that. But then I ventured out and it was good. It was amazing. But I asked him, I'm like, what did Anthony talk you into? Because I think Calby told him it was your favorite restaurant. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to kill them.
Yeah.
It was just such a fun experience there. I thought it was it's different. Like it's great food, but yeah, just really expensive. Like extremely. And not enough. What else did you guys get there? So you got the oxtail.
We got the oxtail. Well, first I got to say we had a really good waiter. He could kind of see that she was overwhelmed. He was really cool. He didn't like push anything on us. He did highly recommend things, but he was like, whatever's going to work for you. So we got the oxtail. She had 3 of the best margaritas in the world.
They were the best in the city because I've got one at every restaurant and they've sucked at every restaurant except these.
We got the steak piquillo. Which was really good. They make some kind of sauce with like beef tallow that they put on that. That was really good. What else did we get?
The Brussels sprouts were weird because they were cold and they have green grapes in them and they come with like this, it looks like dish soap.
Yeah.
Yes,
but
it's like bubbles.
Yeah.
Everything in DC has foam on it.
Yeah.
Like everything. The margarita had foam on it.
Yeah, but They were good. We got bao chow or something.
You got the bao?
Yes, it was so good.
Yeah, the pork sandwiches with the pork belly.
Yeah, so good.
So good.
What else did we get? We had. Oh, you had the.
Oh, I had their
jamon.
Yeah, I had their that jamon that they slice. That's like aged for so long, and they only feed the pigs raw. Like acorns. It was really good. It's like melted in your mouth. Yeah, that's what it is. Like for the last 6 months, we only feed the pig acorns. I was amazing. Like, okay.
Acorns.
It was $400. So.
Did you do dessert?
We did. They did. Yeah, look at Joe's face. That was my face too.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was my face.
But you can't eat breakfast here without spending $60. So what's $400 for dinner?
Oh, the high place doesn't give you breakfast,
right?
They do, but it's gross.
Well, and it's not free. It's $12. And Calby even said, Calby was like, "Wait, doesn't high?" They used to. I don't know if maybe it's just because of the weekend, like. This is a busy weekend.
They're probably banging people over the head.
It's not edible, though.
Oh. Yeah, but it was just
their eggs look. I don't think they were eggs.
Oh no.
No, but you're right. DC has a lot of nice places. I went a year ago to one through Resi, and it was L'Ardente, and it was
we passed that.
Yeah,
place.
We did. We've passed it a couple of times.
No one could get in. I went during a conference with all the congressmen and stuff nationwide. And Amex got me in through the Resi, their concierge got me in.
Yeah.
That Cory Booker said to me, "How did you get in?" He goes, "We had to stand at the bar." I said, "Amex concierge." He goes, "You got to be freaking kidding me." I said, "No, that's exactly it." And they had it set up. It was amazing. So there are a lot of nice places there.
Yeah, in the Waldorf, where the bazaar is, there was actually some congresswoman had something going on at the bar in the lobby, and it was packed with very important people, and we walk in like our regular clothes. And
like, a little underdress.
Yeah, everybody in a suit in that hotel, like everybody dressed up.
That's what we asked Calby if we were underdressed.
He's like, "No, you're fine."
He's like, "No sandals." I'm like, "We didn't pack any. We're good."
Yeah, like it's 20 degrees, bro. We don't have sandals.
Yeah.
What's the name of that guy that does tapas? He's a famous
Jose Andres.
Yes, he has 2 restaurants in DC.
That's the bazaar.
One of them is the bazaar.
Okay, so I went to the other one that has their tapas and whatever the heck else. That was
like
they
called it high scale tapas.
Yeah.
It was good.
Like it was.
So listen, Joe, you brought up Booker. Tomorrow we have a tour of the Capitol, an intimate tour with one of our congressmen staffers. And he's going to take us around the Capitol. He said it'll be 1.5, 2 hours, whatever. But I'm thinking, having spent this time in DC, being very experienced in the whole DC atmosphere now, and having taken it all in, I feel I've absorbed enough. When I get back home, my congressman, Brian Mast, he's only like 20 minutes away from my house. I think I'm going to set up a meeting. I think I'm going to break into politics, guys. I think I'm going to do it. Here it is right here. Here's my announcement.
What did I text you earlier? I would be your campaign manager, gladly.
That's right.
But I'm not going to be the quiet politician wife. I'm going to tell everyone off as negative.
At least you're good with. I remember when I been in different positions, Terry tells me, "Remember, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not going to be the good wife. You around. I'm going to stab you, and I'm not going to stand behind you."
I'm all about stabbing.
Right. I'm not going to stand behind you and go, "Oh, it's okay. I forgive you." No, she's going to stab me. So there's that. But I did that tour with my congressman last year, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So, it's a really good, like when they take you to the places that you're like, damn, it looks so huge on TV. And when you go there and you're like, that's it. Like it's mind blowing what the camera does. But it's a really great tour. You'll enjoy it.
Awesome.
I'm a huge history buff. So today we went to the Museum of National Archives. Is that what it's called?
We went to the National Archives today, and then we went to the People's House.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh. Yeah.
But getting to pretend you were in the Oval Office is cool. But seeing the Articles of Confederation, or was that?
Articles of Confederation.
That's not what we saw.
The Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, all that stuff. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy too. The guy was telling us like each document is in its own case. All the cases are lined up, but each case is like $6 million. Because the lady in front of us,
Sorry.
the lady in front of us was asking, like, how do I know that these are like the real authentic documents? And he was like, well, you wouldn't put fake ones in $6 million cases. And he was explaining how, there's no oxygen in the cases because that would deteriorate them. So they fill them full of argon gas, which takes out the oxygen. They have special LED lights inside the case so that like the UV light doesn't affect it and fade it out. Which actually the only one that isn't faded is, which one was it? The Declaration is pretty bad faded. When you're looking at it, you can like barely read it. Yeah, it was the Constitution. The Constitution is pretty much the only one that you can still read.
Wow.
But it's cool stuff. It's interesting stuff.
Have you gone out at night?
Have we gone out at night? Yes.
Because to me, it's just beautiful. The Lincoln Memorial at night, looking over the Washington Mountain, it's just amazing.
Yeah, we haven't seen the Lincoln Memorial at night. Man, as awesome as this trip has been amazing, but also it's been a total bust. Like today we had reservations to go up into the Washington Monument today at 12. And then we get there and there's a sign on the door that says, hey, we're closed for maintenance today. And then like an hour and a half later at 1:30, I got an email that said, hey, sorry, your reservation's canceled for maintenance. I was like, well, yeah, we figured that out when we got there an hour and a half ago.
$2. Very mad about.
So just things like that. But
you picked the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew.
It's not our fault.
We did.
So I can only take off if my boss is off and his daughters get married this weekend. So he has this week off. So he picked it for us.
Okay.
But see, when I'm a politician, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Right.
No. I'm going to call you to save me because when I move to Florida, I could say I have somebody that's in Congress. That's great. Because I can't take this cold anymore. I'm done.
Done.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm loving it. I'm just the opposite. People are like walking around all bundled up.
You're doing it for 5 days. Let's be real.
That's true.
Okay, 5 days.
Having to get dressed and undressed every time you enter a building is annoying.
But Joe, you see, it was, what was it, 15 today?
Yeah.
It was 15 today. You see this? All I had on was this and a jacket, and I was good. Wow. Just a light Express t-shirt and a jacket.
When he gets COVID when we get home, remember that.
That's
pneumonia.
That's a powerful human right there, Joe.
I know.
You're witnessing peak male masculinity.
Hymns. He's gonna do commercials for hymns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So
yeah, I don't know if I'd be a good spokesperson for hymns.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think hymns just does that, but anyway,
Next subject.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
That's so funny. And
what are you looking at, Anthony? This is what I see with Anthony.
Yeah, right.
Well, I was wondering if you wanted to show your. I don't know if you wanted to, but if you wanted to show your.
Memorial.
Yeah. So you want to introduce it, or
yes,
you want me to?
So you were just walking around aimlessly, right, in front of the pool, and some people came up to you and they started asking questions, right?
Right, pretty much, and found out who they were afterwards. I don't have it on my StreamYard. There it is. All right.
So let's see.
There I am.
That are
beautiful.
Your hair got long.
Changing the course.
Trump today is rolling back.
Oh, here he
officially
is.
rolling back all the federal
Right in
DEI
front of the
program.
Capitol.
So he's putting a lot of the DEI staffs on paid leaves. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, that's a tricky one, man. I understand the thought process behind DEI, what it's supposed to do. I do think there's some situations where maybe it went a little too far. As far as rolling it back and taking it away completely, I don't know if necessarily that's the right thing to do.
I disagree with the pay.
Literally the perfect answer.
Right. So yeah, he asked me that. He also asked me about what was
The
it?
external tax revenue.
Oh yeah, and I'm like, all right, what is the most like soft middle of the road answer I can give to both of these questions? And that's what I went with.
You, Rich, you actually have a comment here, Mr. Rodrigo. I don't know if are you on your phone or?
I know we're on my laptop, so I don't see them.
Yeah, if you click comments.
Oh wait, there we go. Comments. Ding.
Yeah. Rodrigo's here. If you want to click on it, if you click on his name, it'll pop up.
I see it.
Here.
All right.
Sorry.
Rodrigo, that's a great question. When we get back home, I'm actually going to start reaching out to a new group of creators to get once I get 5 people on board is when I'll do it. There's some people I reached out to last time who were interested, but they got back to me a little bit late. So I'm going to get them on. So I probably, hopefully by the end of the month, I'll put it that way. Hopefully by the end of the month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So who's going to put out a video first, Filmo or Richie?
Right?
Right? Hey, listen.
Oh.
Listen, I'm just happy that Filmo is finally doing it, man, because we have been on him for so long. Filmo's so cool. I love that guy.
Filmo is
he has
the
a
coolest.
special place in my heart.
I met up with Filmo here in New York with his wife and Terry, and we had such a freaking blast. We froze. It was brick cold. This winter has been brutal here. And he stayed at the Thompson, and then we went to eat at Patsy's restaurant, and it was amazing. The food was amazing.
Yeah.
But New York, you can't go wrong with Italian wherever you're gonna go.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But Filmo is the best. I just love him. So
yeah, they're great. Him
it's
and his
gonna be
wife.
fun.
I just got to tell you, Filmo, when we do, is he here?
No.
I can't even see who's here.
Probably not.
No, well,
usually we're chat if he is.
He'll watch the recording. So Filmo,
He's in bed.
just so you know, next time we are hanging out, you might want to stay away because Kim has had the worst luck traveling this time. When we were at the bazaar, what did you do in the bathroom?
I dropped my phone in the toilet.
Dropped her phone in probably the
But
most
it
expensive
works.
toilet.
Yeah.
Probably the most expensive toilet she's ever used. She dropped her phone boop, right in it.
Wow.
Now,
I tripped in front of Sean Hannity.
Yeah, so today we were walking around the White House, which is crazy, boarded off. You can't get near as close as you normally could to it. But we're walking around, I guess it's the back. I don't know what at the front and which is the front and which is the back. Is the square the front and the circle the back, or is the circle the front and the square the back?
I think the circle's the front.
Does anybody
with
know?
the columns.
Which place again?
Where it is?
Nobody knows.
No idea. I know what you're
Are we talking
saying.
about the Capitol building?
No, the White House.
The White House.
Oh, the White. Oh, sorry. I would imagine I would call the front is where the where all the people are protesting right in front. Did you guys encounter the crazy lady?
Yeah, there was no.
Oh, really? Oh, they must have cleared them out then. Huh.
But anyway, so we're walking around, and right out of the fence, coming. I guess he did an interview with Trump today. So coming out of that, Hannity comes walking out, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, Sean." And then I hear Kim behind me go, "Look," and then I hear Hannity go, "Watch your step." And I turn around and Kim.
And he was my dad's favorite, so that was like, hey.
She got which. Listen,
no.
I don't know. It was a very short interaction. I got the impression maybe not the nicest guy in the world, but it was a very short 30-second interaction.
He was probably like, these pores.
yeah, these peasants.
But they say don't meet your heroes, right? So
yeah, right.
But did he say watch your step, like he's worried about you guys? Like did he
goes, watch your step. So you could take it either way. I think if I fell, he would help me.
See, I don't think he would have. I think he would have
he just
yeah.
Whoops.
It would have stepped right over you, exactly. It would have been like, oh no, she got on my shoe. I need a new pair of shoes.
You'd have been like, oh, is she roofie too?
Did you get my drink?
Yo, we got Israel in La Casa. Israel's been busy. He was on with us earlier today.
Oh yeah, that's right. What's going on, Israel?
So we got shamed for not going to the Capital One Cafe.
Yeah,
so we went twice.
So we went twice, and they did something really cool. They gave us these. They gave us these little travel tags, and then I don't know if you can see it, but they
monogrammed them.
Yeah, can you see that? They monogrammed our initials in them.
Oh.
So, and they're like, I'm only supposed to give you one, but you've got 3 pieces of luggage, so I'll give you 3. And then he gave us free drinks too. I was like, all right, this guy's awesome. So I gave that guy a little shout out on X to the Capital One Cafe X account. And
How is it to be into Capital One? How does that feel, guys? You bougie bastards.
You know what? It's amazing. It feels very exclusive. They don't let the riffraff in, which is one thing I really appreciate.
I'm glad for you. I'm glad. I'm very happy
Amex
for
never
you.
gave us travel luggage.
Amex never gave
Tags.
us travel tags.
Wow, it's like that. It's like that.
You know who else never gave us travel tags? The Founders Card never gave us travel
Oh,
Wow.
spokesperson right here too. Jeez.
That hurts.
tags.
That hurts.
How was that Capitol Cafe? Usually that's like a place where a lot of college kids in Georgetown will study and stuff. Were there like a lot of kids there?
Yeah, there was. The times we went, it was moderate, but he said like a lot of times it's pretty full with college kids doing their stuff. It was also freaking hot in there, man.
They had the heat.
We went upstairs.
I
was like, what is it, like 85 degrees in here?
It was bad.
It's terrible. That's one thing that I have to get used to with the cold. The cold doesn't bother me. Every time I walk into a building, having to basically undress.
That's right. Yeah. That's
like,
true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's brutal.
That's what Kim said. That's what she said earlier. She said that's a pain.
Kim hates it every time I undress.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
She can't stand it.
Where did you go in that building? I know it has like 3 floors. I know the bottom's kind of cool. It's like bleachers in the floor, bottom floor.
Yeah, we went and checked out the bottom, but there was like nothing going on down there. So we the first night we had our chai lattes and just sat at the window and watched traffic go by. And then this morning we went for breakfast and we went upstairs and it was cool. They had like
He met a best friend, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin, the guy that works there that I shouted out. Not that he'd be watching this, but Kevin, if you ever see this, you're the man.
He wanted a selfie with you.
Did you get any free 50% off drinks at that cafe there? Or?
We did. Well, after the free ones, yeah, today we got the 50% off. The reason he gave us free ones is because we went to the one in Miami and everything was broken when we went to that one. So we were just chatting and telling him, and he was like, oh, well, here. And then he gave us free drinks for the next time, too.
Huh.
Wait, so those cafes only are like coffee and stuff, not alcohol?
No, yeah, it's like a Starbucks with a bank in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if you pay with Capital, you get 50% off.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool seeing it this morning. We could see them taking people into the little individual offices and like giving the spiel or whatever.
Yeah, they have what's called banking and life coaching services. And I got to be honest, there was a part of me that was like, I just want to know what the life coaching thing is. I almost want to like make an appointment, just be like, help me, just see what they say.
So that's similar to the one in South Beach. There's one in South Beach, right? I think there's one
Yeah, that was the one that was everything was.
We went to it was broken, so they gave you a select menu, but it was free, so that wasn't bad. But we didn't get to really experience it only in South Beach. So.
Rodrigo
my friend hit me up from there. He said it was nice. My friend lives right there next to the Capitol one in South Beach.
I mean, when we went in, it looked nice. It just the service was, everything was busted up. But I mean, the building itself was nice. The seating was nice, And
they had checkers.
And they had Connect 4. Rodrigo wants to know, do you guys ever see yourself branching away from credit card videos or quitting YouTube for other endeavors? Rodrigo, once I am a big time politician, I probably won't have time for YouTube anymore, although that might be my differentiator between myself and all the other politician scrubs. I don't know. What about you guys? Do you guys ever see yourself branching off into something else?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into 50 and above male pole dancing.
I'll watch.
There's nothing like saggy thighs against a metal pole trying to get up and down. My luck, I'll catch a cramp and not even get off the floor. But those are goals I have set for myself.
Joe, you just tell me where to swipe my card. I'm there.
That's it.
Make it rain.
Just bend over.
Look, to be honest with you, I never even thought I'd be doing this ever. Never.
Yeah.
Really. I retired and I was done. That was it.
Yeah. And here you are.
This was a win.
Everybody's dad.
Yeah. Even 50-something-year-old dads. Yeah, 100%. They're younger than me by like a year, and I'm their dad. I get it. All right.
Who's your daddy?
Kim, you got any twin sister there, Kim? Just saying.
Kim's getting
but-
sloshed.
Yeah. What about you, Anthony?
I don't think so. To me, it was funny. I was talking about it with Kate yesterday, and she was. I don't know. We were talking about like particular people like who are bigger may like, or do they watch the channel or something like that? I forgot how it spawned the conversation, but it was funny. I kind of thought of the credit card niche to be similar to when I was a driving teacher in New York. Because no matter who you were in New York, if you were 60, military, and you've been driving your entire life, you still need me, and you need to still like basically respect me, even though I'm 21 years old. I don't know anything because I'm their ticket to get them their license. Like I know the ways to get them their license. And it's weird because I had this reverence, even though I was 21, like fresh out of the gate, but everyone gave me this just like immediate respect that like, oh, you're going to get me the license. And I almost feel like credit cards are like that too. It's one of those things where like majority of people don't know how to use them, even if you're ultra wealthy. I've always talked about like my real estate friends out here. None of them know about credit cards. None of them know anything about credit cards. And they always like, either they'll come to you or they're just astonished when they hear what you can do with credit cards. So it's like one of those things where I feel like if you're in this niche, you get like immediate respect, even from like the most wealthy and powerful people in the world, because nobody tries to maximize these things, and everybody wants free things, over time. And travel is the thing that connects the entire world. So I just feel like no matter what happens in the future, like, yeah, I'm going to throw some real estate content in there, throwing some stock stuff out there as I do more live streams with them. But everything will always come back to, travel for free, connecting the world, I think. So that's why I think it'll always end up, in some fashion, come back to credit cards and travel to me personally. Yeah.
It's funny.
I think that's what hooks everyone is the traveling for free. They're like, what?
Yeah.
It's funny that you guys talk about the free travel because this free trip is costing us a freaking month's worth of income.
Really? So you know what? Tell the people, because I think people would be who's watching right now would be very surprised to hear how you flew there. So some people would say daring in some ways.
It was daring.
So so many moons ago, Kim traveled
for a funeral
on Frontier, God bless her soul. And
when we were headed home, I'll tell it.
Yeah, because I wasn't even there, so go ahead.
When we were headed home, they overbooked the flight, like they're famous for. And they're like, anyone want $1,000? Or I think they started off with $800 voucher to not take that flight. And I told my mom, I'm like, they offer $1,000, I'll do it. A little bit later, they're like, anyone want $1,000 voucher to not take this flight? So of course, I'm like, I'll do it. So I go up to the desk. My mom's like, you can't do it alone. So she did it too. So instead of Nashville to Orlando, we went Nashville to Denver. We had a 7-hour layover. So we took the train from the Denver airport to downtown, explored that a little bit, went back to the airport for our flight to be canceled again. So we went Denver to Cincinnati to Orlando, but I got my $1,000 voucher. And you had like a year to use it book it. So we booked it 3 different times and kept changing it, and finally got us to DC for free.
But that $1,000 on Frontier got us Frontier Business Class, which Frontier Business Class, for anyone who doesn't know, is the same thing as Frontier regular class, except they block out the middle seat so nobody else can sit there. And then they give you 2 checked bags at 50 pounds each and a carry-on each. So, I mean, you do kind of. No. You want a water? That's $10.
Wow.
I don't really know if it's $10, but yeah. That's.
So is it equivalent to Spirit's big ass comfy seats that they call it, or whatever the hell?
No, it's not, because it's the exact same seat everybody else sits in.
It's like this much more.
It's not.
Yes,
It's not.
It's like this much.
She looked like this.
You know what
Yeah,
scared
it
me?
looks bigger. I looked online.
Kim defaulted very quickly to that. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness,
Bro, that's 6.5 inches.
It was like,
he's got the centimeter ruler.
6.
Yeah, and we were in the first row, which I would never do again, by the way, because you got to put your bags away.
Yeah. So on the front row in Frontier, there's no seat in front of you to put your bags under. So they're like, put it in the overhead bin. So we put it in the overhead bin. We were the first ones on the plane. And then this lady comes on and she's walking past us. And she goes to put her stuff in the bin. And she's like, see, people put those little bags in the bin. They shouldn't do that. People don't know how to fly. And I'm like, are you talking about the gray one and the red one? Yeah, those are ours. We had to put it there because there's nowhere else to put it. And her husband was like, see, don't say things. You don't know who's listening to you. Just keep your mouth shut.
But you make a great point with that. I literally booked a ticket to Florida Sunday, and I had the option of getting the first seat. And it's a pain in the ass. It's good to have. But then if you have a carry-on, I sleep with a CPAP mask. I have to carry it. Then I got to put it behind me somewhere. So I took the second seat so that I can slide it under. It's stupid, but I'd rather that.
Yeah, you got all the leg room in the world, but then you run into like that problem. So from now on, I'll never do the front seat again. I'll do second row, but
I did second.
I'm not doing the front row.
Yeah. Well, we got off at 5 p.m. and our luggage wasn't even in the carousel.
We waited
after like 6:15. It was awful.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
And then to make it worse, like one Frontier guy comes around and he gets ready to start taking people's names to make claims. And then another Frontier guy comes around and he's like, no, they just haven't put it on the thing yet. So we were getting like two different like scenarios. Like one guy's like, yeah, your luggage is probably lost. The other guy's like, no, it just hasn't been put on the thing yet, which we had an air tag in one of our bags. So we could see that bag was at least, in IAD, like it had made it that far.
In the area?
Yeah, but
that was stressful.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Wow. That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you guys go to the so you flew into IAD? Did you stop into the Capital One Lounge?
We're doing that on the way out. Yeah.
The whole reason he picked that airport.
It is because there's closer airports to where we're staying. But I was like, no, I got to get to the Capital One. I still haven't been to a Centauri, and I was like, I got to get to the Capital One Lounge.
Yeah.
I told him one time we'll fly to Atlanta. He can do the Centurion, and then we'll
just
fly home.
Yeah. Oh, you do. So wait, you're doing that when you fly? Are you gonna stop over in Atlanta? No, it's just
it's straight, but just another trip. We'll just go to Atlanta
just for the lounge and then fly home.
Where do you fly into? West Palm Beach?
This one, Orlando.
Yeah, we try to fly into PBI if we can, but most of the time we end up flying out of Orlando just because it kind of seems to have more flights than West Palm. We flew out of Fort Lauderdale once when we went to
Bahamas.
The Baja Mar in the Bahamas. But that airport was kind of a headache.
Yeah, but in May we're flying out of PBI. So
yeah,
we're going to Boston.
Yeah, in May we're going to Boston. We're flying out of West Palm then. So it's crazy, right? Because that trip we're going with my mother-in-law. They were flying out of Orlando. We're flying out of West Palm, which is technically further away from Boston. I mean, granted, on a plane, not much, but further away. And it was like way cheaper to fly out of West Palm than it was Orlando. So
Delta Comfort Plus.
Yeah, Delta Comfort Plus, baby. I don't know if I'm spoiled with that.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll never forget when we went to the meetup. That's how we flew there, and we had that credit from the Platinum card.
Yeah.
Where we had to use whatever was it, 200. And so I'm ordering drinks on a plane. I've never done in my life, but I'm like, we got to use this credit. I didn't know it came with Comfort Plus. So I give them my credit card. They're like, no, it's included. I was like, well.
So last year we did not use our airline.
What is Comfort Plus? I've never been on Delta.
So Comfort Plus is like when you get on the Delta plane, you turn left like you're going to first class. And the only difference between the only difference between first class and Comfort Plus on a domestic flight is a curtain. It's literally the same seats. It's a see-through curtain that they close, and they probably give you a little bit more than just the drinks they gave us. But I mean, it's on a domestic flight.
Comfort Plus, compared, let's say, on United, you know how you have economy and then you have economy plus. So it's better than economy plus, I guess, right? Because
I don't
economy
know, I
plus
never-
is just more legroom on United, basically.
Yeah, it would be better than that because the seats are bigger, cushier,
Yeah.
more legroom, and like you said, you get like the drink service and stuff like that. So
Do you guys get that with a card?
the
Or
Comfort Plus?
like do any of your credit cards automatically give you Comfort Plus or no? I
No,
don't know how that
no.
works. Okay.
No, it's just an upgrade that you can do when you book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Totally worth it though, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
definitely.
well,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in. I would do that in a heartbeat.
That's how I'm
And
going to
I'm
be flying.
I said I'm cheap and I would do it every
That's
time.
how, to Puerto Rico, I plan on doing Delta Comfort Plus there and back.
Yeah,
So-
her mom calls me bougie because that's like all the tickets I book now,
Yeah.
But
or
my
Comfort
mom
Plus, and I'm
does-
like, you can call me bougie all you want while I'm sipping on my champagne.
But my mom
That's
goes to
true,
Hawaii once a year and she flies
Huh.
first class, so
Yeah.
she has no room to talk.
That's
Oh
right.
wow. Another thing too is Comfort Plus, at least not on the like regional flights, they'll give you free alcohol too. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
I
I've
gotta check
never-
that out.
Never really drank on an airplane until I was trying to spend the credit. And then
Yeah.
it came with the Comfort Plus.
Listen, if you're gonna drink, being in a metal toilet paper tube 30,000 feet in the air is probably the best place to do it,
100%.
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, just the thought of what's actually happening. I don't know about you guys. I'm okay flying. I don't freak out. I'm not one of those people who have like panic attacks about it. But I see how people can, because it's kind of crazy, right? Like
Yeah.
what you're actually doing.
I don't think Anthony likes to fly.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
absolutely hate it.
Do you have panic attacks about it?
I mean, I've never had like I don't panic attack doesn't really like I don't think it's possible for me, but I think it might be possible. But it's just I hate it. I hate it so much. I always think something's gonna go wrong. But I have this fear. I have a fear of things breaking. So that's why I don't like we were on the live with Joe and community like a couple hours ago. You guys were talking about like the 93rd floor somewhere in Manhattan. I'm like, in a see-through floor. I see like I'm not afraid of heights. I'm
The
actually
summit.
afraid of the summit. I'm not afraid of heights at all. I'm afraid of like the building collapsing. Like I have this weird fear. It's like a real thing. It's like malls and stuff. I hate malls because like there's the balcony, but there's nothing underneath. Like I hate there's nothing underneath. Like metal stairs. Oh, forget it. Hate metal stairs because it's like there's nothing in between. But I know they're a little more safe. But I hate it. It's so scary. I hate flying. I hate it.
You know what's funny? I'm that way. I'm not afraid of heights, but you can't put me on a Ferris wheel because the two screws that are holding that thing up
Yeah.
terrify me.
Same.
Ferris
That's
wheel
me.
is the scariest thing.
When they rock it back and forth, the asshole friends of mine that have done
Yes.
it, I want to shoot them.
Yeah.
You know? So that I totally get. But I've been, when I was a kid and the World Trade Center allowed you to go to the roof.
Oh.
I kid you not. And it was so windy. We would jump up a little bit and the wind would push you. It was terrifying, but I was not afraid. So heights don't get me. But like Anthony, I never thought of it that way. There's certain things that'll freak me out and it eats at me. It makes my stomach turn. I held my friend Jose's hand half the flight from New York to South Beach because we had a 1,000-foot drop in turbulence that people's drinks were flying, the luggage opened up. And I literally just held his hand. I said, I don't care how this looks. You're going to hold me. We're going down together because I'm not doing this. Hell no.
Right? Well, no, I get it. It is the things breaking, right? Because is that the building you guys were talking about? Is that the one where you lean up against the glass and then it tilts out?
Yeah, you're hanging out over the thing in New York.
Yeah, see, no way. Because in my mind, the whole time I'm going to be like, my pane of glass is going to fall out or the hinge is going to break. And I'm just like those swings, those like swings at amusement parks that go like this. I used to love those things when I was a kid. And then I turned into an adult. And one day I was like, hey, what if this chain breaks? And that was the end of it for me. I was like, nope, never again.
So
they do break
never
too.
again.
You know your sunglasses you always wear as QC man is saying, where shades. So when I would take my students to the amusement parks, we knew on certain rides they're taking a picture of you, right? In the roller coaster or whatever the hell. So I still needed to be cool. So I always wore sunglasses and I always made sure I just smiled because I was closing my eyes the whole way. And they were like, no, but look, that's a cool pic. I'm like, little do they know, my eyes were shut tight because I didn't want to deal with it. I can't. Certain
That's
things
funny.
I can't do. We were
Right.
talking about earlier the Stratosphere in Vegas,
Yeah,
the hotel that has
Oh,
the 3 rides on top of
Yeah,
it.
Blake did that.
Yeah, our son did that.
Nope.
When he was like 10.
Yeah.
No.
There's no
Everybody
way.
that went off of there, there was a guy in a wheelchair that wheeled himself in the shit that goes over the wall and then it spins over 1,200 feet. You're
Yeah,
like hovered
that's
in a
fun. Yeah, that's
wheelchair.
fun.
I said, "There's no way, no way."
Nonsense.
See, I have no fear, but I get sick at everything, so I can't ride anything. But I bungee jumped for my 13th birthday. Like,
Oh,
I have no
That
fear.
was 4 years ago for you.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, how many years ago did you say?
He's
4.
trying to make it legal.
Okay, that's, I just want to make sure I had to do the
Legal in
math. real quick.
Florida. All right, Richie? It's legal in Florida. We're gonna leave it right there.
Yeah. But yeah, QC man, no sunglasses. You can thank Anthony for this. It was actually a discussion before we went live. But if you do miss them, they're right here. They're never
right.
far away.
There you go.
That's it. And you can start treating us like Hannity now. Yes.
Peasant.
No trip. I have to say, even though we're moving on from the topic, I have to reminisce. Do you guys have you been to Blizzard Beach in Florida?
Yeah,
I have.
I
yeah.
haven't. Yeah.
Do you know do you know that freaking ski lift that takes you up to the 100-foot mountain?
Yeah.
So I went on that when I was like maybe 9. We only went to Florida twice my entire life. We just 2 trips we did, and it was two trips to Florida. Once in 5th grade, once 7th. I went in 5th grade, went on that ski lift. And my brother, who was 9 years older than me, he was doing what Joe said. He's like shaking. He's like, "Yo, look at this, bro!" And I'm like, "We're going 100 feet in the air. Like, what the hell are we doing?" He's shaking this thing. I'm like, "It's the tiniest little thread that we're hanging on." But it was kind of crazy because I looked at it maybe like a few months ago. I was like, let me show you, because I was telling Kate about it. And I looked at it. It really wasn't as high as I thought it was. I really thought it was like 100 and 150 feet up, which I think is like the highest slide they have is that tall. But the ski lift up to the mountain is not that crazy.
Because it runs parallel, right? So you're like that. So it's high, but there's something closer to you. So I get that. But even that, this is how much of a punk I've become. You know, when you go to amusement parks, that they have the thing that takes you from one side of the park to the other, and it just goes back around, right? Like the Sky Flyer or whatever the hell they call it. It's just to get you to the other side of the park. So I went to not the land of make-believe. What was it called? Dutch Wonderland in Pennsylvania with my friends. And they had that ride just to take you to one side to the other. And I'm with my friend's daughter, who's 9, and she starts kicking her legs, and she's going like this, and I'm white-knuckled holding on, and I'm like that, holding her in. I said, "You're not sliding under the shit. You're not dying on my lap." She goes, "Uncle Joey, it's okay." I was like, "No, this is terrifying. I can't." It's your mind. Your mind
is
to mess with you 100%.
It does. 100 worst case scenario is constantly running through my mind in situations like that. Plus now too, I'm just an old man now. Like one of the things that really let me know I was an old man was a few years ago we went and visited our family in St. Louis, and there's this little water park, and you know those slides that like kind of they go almost straight down. It wasn't even a tall one. It was maybe like 20 feet or whatever, right? But I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. So then I get up there 20 feet above, and I'm like, oh, wow, that 20 feet looks a lot different from up here than it does from down there. But I'm committed now. So I get on it. I do the whole cross your arms thing, and I go down, and I made the most old man sounding involuntary throat noise. As soon as I started going down, I just went like, like, I don't know what it was, where it came from, but I probably saw like people probably turned around and thought like a cow was just pushed down the slide. I was like, all right, I'm done. Do you hear an echo?
Oh no, I'm just those ear hurts from this headphone for some reason.
But I was like, yeah, I'm done. Never again. I'm just an old man now. I have to live with that.
There was a place, Anthony, maybe your parents did this in Jersey. It's now called Mountain Creek.
Yeah.
Got the name of it before it. But if you Google worst and most dangerous amusement park ever, you're going to find it. So they had this concrete
Yeah.
slide that they gave you a board with a wooden handle, and that's how you braked going down.
Wow.
And it would rip your hand, like people would come off all scabbed and stuff. So they had this one slide that they said the weight limit was 200 pounds, and you would jump and it would do a circle. Yo, the guy was too light and he couldn't complete the circle and slammed right back down onto the thing. It was crazy. I was like, what the hell? But that's,
Yeah, freaking Mountain Creek is I hated it. I went there maybe 10 years ago with family, and I actually didn't do anything. I didn't go on anything because
there was actually a thing on Netflix about it.
Really, they have this infamous thing called the cliff dive there, and I think it's like a 30-foot jump or 20-foot jump, something like that. And you just jump off a cliff.
Google Action Park. That's what it was.
Action Park. That's what it was.
And it was where kids drowned in their wave pool. Where he's right. There's a Netflix documentary. I remember
Defunct Land.
There was this Jewish group that went in the summer, and all the poor boys that had the white sleeve shirts were bloodied coming off that slide down a rock hill. Like it was just, they didn't think of anything. There was no safety measures whatsoever there.
That's crazy.
They had that rope, that Tarzan crap that you jump into the lake. You don't know how many people broke their legs slamming into rocks at the bottom. Like, you just like at your own risk.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
But it's a cool Netflix documentary.
Yeah. Anthony, you said you saw it on Defunct Land on YouTube, right? I think that's the first time I heard about it.
Yeah, I just typed it in real quick and I saw online, but
yeah, that part was crazy.
Jeez.
And the loop slide is what I remember most about. Yeah.
Whew.
Yo, I'll tell you what,
Let's go.
there was and I probably wouldn't do this again. In Tampa, they have this kind of museum of natural history kind of a deal. So I took my son. This is when I was 250 pounds. So there's this rope going across the museum at the top with a bike. So you pedal from one point to the other. Now the bike is kind of like strapped in, right? But you're literally riding a bike by yourself over the museum people. There literally was a sign that said 250 and under. I look at Terry and I'm like, I had a bagel. I might be 250, right? She's like, oh, don't worry about it. Bro, I start pedaling and then the rope goes down and I couldn't make it to the other side.
Oh,
no.
They had to send a hook to get me back.
wow.
Oh, no.
I could see the people behind me that were waiting online like, yo, fat ass, get back. I look like that really fat guy that's on a scooter because he thinks he looks cool, but he's not. That was me.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Did you guys ever see the video of the girl on the zip line and her hair gets caught up in the wheel?
Oh yes, I think I have.
Yeah, nope.
That is so
it's brutal.
There's
and that's
so
like
many
zip lines. You see people like doing zip lines over like these canyons and mountains.
Yeah, I know.
No way, man.
Terry did a zip line in Cancun over alligators.
Oh,
right?
my God. Why?
Now, this place in Cancun,
Terry.
she's a
Terry.
freaking nut. So
Yeah.
the brake on real zip lines is maybe this thick plastic handle that you could pull. In Mexico, it was a wooden stick. And she went zip lining across, and I'm like, she's gonna die. She's gonna die because it's a wooden stick. He jumped out of a plane 13,000 feet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I ain't doing that.
No way.
You know
Me
what
and
I
her
told
need
her?
to get
I said
together.
if she died, she didn't even tell me she was gonna do it. It was graduation day for my students at my school, and she sends me a picture of her at the bottom with a parachute on the ground. And I said, if you would have died, all your friends are fair game. I swear to God. I kid you not. That's why I draw the line, because I'm not. She does hot air balloons. No, I'm not
crazy.
going in a basket.
I could never.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
an Easter basket.
An Easter basket.
You know, when was the last time they really checked that balloon?
Right.
Was the guy smoking before he's gonna? No, I'm not doing that. Why?
Yeah.
There's no fun in that.
Yeah, the jumping out of a plane thing. When I was in the Army, they were like, do you want to go to airborne school? I was like, nope. Like, what in the world? I want to jump out of an airplane. I don't want to be up there in the first place.
They gave her a video, and this big Russian guy is on her back, smiling all the way down as the wind is hitting his face, right? And I go, you do realize he's smiling because he's on your back for 13,000 feet as you're gonna literally like, who does this? Why would you want to do this?
Insane people. They're just crazy people. I can't. If we're gonna talk near-death experiences, I'll also mention when I was in I think it was also, wait, was it also at Blizzard Beach? No, where was that? I can't even remember. There was
not good for
I
you.
don't know what the there was a wave pool, and I was again like maybe 7 or 9 years old, something like that. A wave pool, and it's a crazy story because it's like it makes sense. So I try to make sense of the world. So I'm going into the wave pool. I'm already like very shy and I don't talk to anybody. But I'm like going to the wave pool and alone, and I'm like, oh, these waves are pretty crazy. Like whoa, and then all of a sudden I get a little bit too far into it, and the waves are starting to like hit me in the like up here, and I'm like, all right, let me try to get a little higher. And then it got too much, and I was like, wait a second, I don't know if I can go back like all the way back to where I was, because I don't know, it was still very high in my rational brain at that age. I was like, no, I can't go back. So I looked ahead of me and I was like, oh, there's a wall. Okay, so there's probably rocks there. I could just hold on to it, and then I could just stay there, because I was already thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to drown or something. So I'll just hold on to the rocks, and then someone could get me. So I try really hard. I get through. The waves are hitting me. I'm like, oh my God. I get through. I eventually make it to the wall, and my hand does this. And it's just wallpaper. It's just wallpaper rock. And I was like, oh my God, this is a fake rock. I said, oh no, that was my plan. And then I start going under a little bit. And then like maybe a few seconds later, my brother came and he actually saved me. But I would have freaking died for sure. I was farther than everybody else. And then so he eventually got me and got me out of there. But
jeez, man.
It's like the rational.
I thought your scariest close to death story was that lady in the car that you were teaching to jump the lane and
that was nothing. that was nothing. Yeah. When the lady actually broke the brake, that was life changing for me. Yeah.
There you go, QC man.
That's it. This story, people love this story. The near death experience, staying at the upstate Airbnb. Yeah, that was pretty close, because that was like possible danger, possible axe murderer. You never know. We left before we had the chance. But I mean, again, I always like to mention, the guy is an Airbnb host. It was midnight, and he tells us, oh, the room you're sleeping in, because it's built into the side of a mountain, you could just see dirt. He's like, you're pretty much sleeping 6 feet under. I'm just like, if you say that, you're a serial killer. There's no other way. And I can't get over it. So we left. Yeah, it's a lot of weird things happen,
There's been some crazy Airbnb stories around.
You guys have
lately?
Oh, really?
I don't have any, but I've been reading a bunch of them. Like, I will not do Airbnb.
Yeah, I don't want to be anybody's skin suit personally.
And we always had great experiences, but that was the one that kind of changed it all. I was like, there was one time we did do in Orlando. We stayed with this guy. We stayed in a mother-in-law suite in this guy's house in Orlando. I'm not sure near which lake. I can't remember, but it was in Winter Park, Winter Park. And the guy named Ernie, and he was a really great guy. He was very fun, and he was the only times in Airbnb where we actually like hung out with the host. He was like, I'll show you around, and we were hanging out. But we got very friendly. And I was like, yeah, if you want to come into the hot tub later, because he rented out his backyard, his hot tub and stuff, and he just stayed in the house. But I was like, yeah, if you want to come into the hot tub tonight, come hang out. So we go into the hot tub, we're just hanging out, and then he comes out just a Speedo. he's like, hey guys, and he comes in. And he comes in, and I remember and it was fine because all the jets were going, it was like, and then he was like, oh, it's getting a little warm, and he turned it off, and then you could just see everything. You just look down and you're like, oh wow. But one of the scary things was Kate got scared because he actually gave us I think he gave us like a piece of like a weed brownie or something like that, and we were like, oh, this is it's fun. But she was wary about it, but I think it was probably okay. Just getting a read on him.
It was
But then
a
she
weed
thought like,
brownie.
well, yeah. Then she started thinking like, wait, he didn't drug us, did he? Like what the hell, and so.
Did
but
he
we
take you
didn't.
back into the hot tub?
Yeah.
No, you never know.
Because then you're gonna see this.
And he did like me in that way too. He was like,
sure.
yeah, he was that way, and he was really.
I want to
Can you
open up a
attract him?
platinum card. Can you help me? Hey, little boy. Hey.
I'm having
I
a
remember
real hard time figuring this out.
He was showing me something, and he grabbed my back, and he was like right next to me. He was like, yeah, look at this. I was like, oh, God.
Wow.
But he
Oh,
was-
before you go any further, is it safe to tell the rest of this story on? Well,
So
okay, it's
then we-
11:30. It's 11:30.
So we went into the bedroom, and sealed the deal. But no, that was
The
was a
near-death
weird-
experience I have
referral.
was driving back with my cousin 2 years ago, staying in a motel in West Virginia. And it looked good online. And when you get there, you're like, oh, crap, what did I just do? And my cousin was a retired sergeant with permit to carry. And so there's 2 beds, and he takes the bed closest to the door. He puts a chair under it because he was a cop of 34 years in New York, and making sure everything is secure. Then he pops a sleeping pill, right? So I said, why the hell are you popping this? And he puts his gun on the night table between us. So I said, oh, okay.
Huh.
I get up to pee, and all I hear is, and I said, mother, it's me. He goes, but why are you getting up? I said, because I have to pee. Like, what's
Not
wrong
anymore.
with you? I was gonna die to pee. Like, how does this make sense? He's like, I'm so sorry. It's the pill. Then don't take a pill
Yeah.
with a gun next to you. How does that make sense?
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
God.
I peed literally a little bit on myself. I had to take a shower and change because I was like, I just peed a little bit.
Wow.
I had to pee. Not so much
A
anymore.
little bit more later.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
nuts.
That's
that's so funny.
Oh my God. See, yeah, we don't have any like crazy Airbnb stories like that, but I don't know if I would ever stay in an Airbnb where the host was there. You know what I mean? Like I
It
might
was-
be one of the
yeah.
ones where they're not, but even then I'd be like looking like, do they got cameras up? You know,
Yeah.
looking at, is there a
Always.
camera in the toilet? You know,
We always
weird
think that
stuff like that.
we'll scan the
Well, I
whole
re-
place.
Yeah, I read on X where recently someone had the owner claimed that they damaged the floor, so they're making them pay for the new flooring,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there was no proof to dispute it. So now they're stuck with $6,700 bill, and I am not.
No.
Yeah, it was great for a while. You get a lot of unique stays. You get some. I have a lot of great stories from them, and even the one with. And actually, that guy made the trip. Oddly enough, I say it was weird with him, but he actually showed us around some parts of Orlando, and we never would have went to like parks and stuff. We got to see some alligators and stuff like that. It was pretty crazy. We've also been in other ones where we were in Connecticut, which obviously like nothing happens in Connecticut. But there was this little town. I can't remember the name of it. I wish I could, but it was a crazy, like it was an Airbnb where you park in front. It was above like a painting store. I think it had like paintings. And it was like a wooden door that you had to get a key to open, and then it's like no above it, and it's just stairs, right? So it's just a door to get to the stairs. You go up, and then you open it, and you get into the door. But right on the door, I think there's like a, almost like a, I don't know, some sort of like troll-like angel-looking creature, if it makes sense. And you go in there, and it's like, yeah, it's all that, and apparently that town is known for like witchcraft and.
I was just gonna say it was probably the gargoyle, that kind of a deal where they
similar.
like
Yes,
Wiccans,
actually, yes.
like Wiccans that have all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Yes, I wish I knew the town, but like stuff like that, and that's where we thought there was like cameras and stuff. Ended up being actually a really nice Airbnb, but it was all just creepy, like stuff like that. It was the gargoyles and then the weird upstate New York one was he had all statues and like phallic statues. It was like weird trolls with like stuff down below and chests and all that. I was like, what the hell? Like, where? How do we end
Anthony,
up here?
I'm noticing a trend in the places you stay.
Well, I select the option for me. This is a little.
Anthony is getting his Airbnbs from like Pornhub.com. It's like he's on that menu. He's like, places to stay. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see your Google history.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's scary.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, though, in Europe, my cousin uses Booking.com because he doesn't like to stay in hotels, but he lives in Switzerland. And when he took us to Italy, France, Austria, the places you book with them were amazing. You know, to stay on the vineyard, and your room has like stone all over. It's like very just next level, but it's Europe. You know, it's a little different, I guess, or whatever. I've never done an Airbnb in the States. I won't trust it. There's cameras all over the place. No.
Yeah, definitely.
That teddy bear in the corner has a camera.
Yeah, you're going to be on OnlyFans whether you know it or not.
100%.
And I'm making money if I am.
That's right.
Oh, shit. Kim is like, yo, bet. Description box below.
Hey, listen, man, I'll put my feet on camera. All right, whatever.
You know what? I
That's how
got
it
sexy ass
starts.
feet too. I'm gonna give you that one, Richie. I think I saw your toes, Richie. They were cute. They were cute.
Whoa. Let's see,
Anthony,
that's how it
whoa?
starts.
Really? You were with a stalker in a room, and that's whoa?
Whoa.
I get why you don't trust Airbnb anymore. It's just, yeah, it's not good. Plus, yeah, there's no deals anymore. Back when I was using them a lot, it was like no cleaning fees, no what Kim's mentioning, like, clean, fix the floor.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't have any of that. Like, that stay in Orlando was amazing. It was 7 days for $600.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be, and it was like a whole backyard. It was Oasis, perfect hot tub, pool, mother-in-law suite. It was hot though. It was hot in the room. It was like, no, it was just a fan or something. But it was
Oh.
7
They even
days.
do it with the timeshares. The timeshares, they used to not nickel and dime you. Now they nickel and dime you with everything. I mean, I have
Yeah.
RCI, but my timeshare's in Vegas, which is actually pretty cool. So we could take a group. I can get 2 apartments, sleeps 8 or 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And anywhere, not just Vegas, but anywhere we wanted to do. Wanted to go to Disney, we can go. I know Fillmore wants to go the first, but I can't make it the first.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
We're gonna have to do dinner with them.
Yeah, we might if we can, I'm gonna see if we can drive up and meet him for dinner at least.
I'll be in Florida the 18th to the 26th. My cousin has her 50th anniversary, so my sister's driving down, and I'm bougie and I'm flying down first class each way. I
Yeah.
was like, nope. It was $200. Really, you can't
Yeah.
beat that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Worth it.
I mean, it's
That's
United.
awesome.
It's not like they're giving you caviar, but nonetheless, still better. But so I'm gonna be down there. So I'll let you guys know whenever, because I don't know what the schedule of that. We're gonna be in Orlando because that's where they live for that anniversary thing. But after that, my sister comes back and I'll still be there. So if you guys want to
Okay.
come through, I'll give you a
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, we got to check out the next spring training.
And that's what sucks. I won't have a car. I thought about that, but the plan was me to fly down and drive back with them. Then my sister switched it up on me and was like, "Oh, I have to come back to work." I'm like, I'm not just going for 4 days. So I bought the return ticket instead of a round trip. So I won't have a car, but I'll be there. If you guys want to come through, come through.
Yeah, for sure.
Sledge actually came to my town, and Anthony was there as well in Palm Coast. It's nice.
Yeah.
And we can go right there to St. Augustine.
Yeah, I love
Beautiful.
St. Augustine.
Anthony, want to come down again, Anthony?
I won't be able to. I have a closing for a client right in that week, and it might shift literally by 7 days in either direction. I think it's going to be the 25th, but we'll have to see.
Okay. Well, if anything changes, you never need an invite. That.
Yeah, for sure. It's not a bad drive.
When you went, you stayed in that Hilton that's right by the yellow one that's right by the water there, right? Didn't you? Or no?
Joe, is that it? The Palm Coast?
The Hilton Garden Inn?
No,
That's
it
where you
wasn't the
stayed.
garden.
He stayed there.
Oh, you're talking about St. Augustine.
Yeah. St. Augustine.
Yes.
Oh, St. Augustine. No,
Yeah,
Anthony,
sorry, I flipped
Right.
the conversation.
Yeah, I stayed. Yes, I stayed in the yellow one right across from the water. It's the Hilton. What the hell's the name of it? It's a Hilton brand. I can't remember the name, but yeah,
That's one of the ones that we've wanted to stay at but haven't yet.
Mm.
You like it?
That's
It's
the one
good.
with
You
the
recommend
torches
it?
outside, right? The one that has the torches
Yeah.
outside facing
Yeah.
the fort. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm 20 minutes from there.
Okay, perfect.
I take A1A, and it's a beautiful ride because all you see is the coast. I took Anthony on that trip with Kate. And
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
all you see is the water, the houses on top of the waters with the long, they're like 20-foot columns, and they're right over the water. It's amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Joe, QC man's got beef with you. See that?
QC man, I'm sorry that we took Soto, but he obviously wanted to play with us because if for $5 million when you're making $750 million, what's $5 million? So he wanted to be a Met. Let's just call it that, right? Be a bitter Yankee fan. That's it. I leave it.
Have you guys ever been just north of St. Augustine to Amelia Island?
Yes, I want to go
I
when the
love
car
that
show is
place.
there. They do
Yeah.
their concourse, and that's supposed to be amazing. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah, we went and we just happened to go up there at the same time. They had like this little food festival going on. So all the restaurants had like these boutique menus. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's so
Sledge-
quaint and quiet.
Sledge's wife, they ended up coming to Palm Coast a week or two ago because she heard of a Portuguese restaurant that was supposed to be very, exclusive, whatever. He tells me the place. I'm like, bro, I literally can leave the complex on foot, make a right, go 100 feet, and it's right there. He goes, you got to be kidding me. I said, no, it's right next to my house, like out of the complex in the parking lot right there.
Nice.
So there's a lot of places to eat. There's a lot of places to do things there now. It's beautiful. Palm Coast is beautiful.
So make reservations for that place while you're here.
No, when I get down, I'm going to let you guys know. And then we can maybe meet up, if you guys want to come
Yeah,
we can
man.
do dinner and
Yeah.
stuff
Absolutely.
and go for a ride there. My
sure.
friend has a boat that Anthony met, Miguel. He has a beautiful house on the Intercoastal. So he goes around, he knows all the places. So
Then we can we can send
Papi
Anthony
Chulo,
pictures.
Papi
all the
Chulo
time.
Miguel, right? He took us to a Cuban spot, wasn't it, Anthony? And
That place is
food,
great. That was
like
fancy.
real Cuban cafe, the old school way with the sock that they did. You put it through the strainer to make your sock that looks your coffee that looks like black ink. Yeah, I think Kate said it was one of the best coffees she ever had, right? And
Yep.
it was
Oh, and
ridiculous.
she likes her coffee.
Yeah.
You remember?
So,
I thought it was funny when we were in there. It's all obviously all Spanish people, Cuban, I guess. And we were walking in, and obviously, you and Miguel actually looked the part, but when we were talking, you wouldn't know. We were all just speaking English and just with New York accents and stuff like that. And Miguel Papi Chulo was like, we better start speaking Spanish. They're gonna think there's a couple Italian guys in here. I was just laughing.
But it's beautiful because it's right in front of the beach. It's right in front of Flagler Beach. There's just a lot to do there. Marine Land is right next to me. Daytona's 20 minutes from me. The racetrack we went to see the racetrack, which was cool. So whatever you guys want, whatever you want.
Yeah, man. We'll let you be the guide. You be our tour guide.
And we could roofie you there too. You could be roofied in Palm Coast.
We like it.
Okay.
Pick up some toothless chicks.
Whatever.
Real
Oh man.
QC man, you are not wrong.
Huh.
I want to see what the hell QC man looks like. Jesus Christ. Like, I want to know his name.
It's just the cute.
I want to know what he looks like because I hate the nicknames, the freaking screen names. It pisses me off. QC man, send us a selfie or some crap here.
It's a selfie. Oh God. And to your point, Richie, that Hilton, I forgot, I didn't actually answer your question. The Hilton in St. Augustine, it's nice. It's nice. I think the on-site restaurants is pretty good. But do make a reservation for it if it's a busy time. If not, then who cares? You just get in there. But it's a good location. Just expect to pay the parking on site unless you're gonna park somewhere and then walk. But I parked there.
I take my Duca to pass. my handicap pass.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we got parking. I park.
That's
everywhere.
right.
Like,
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
easy to walk from there. Yeah.
Like, I'll park right there. I was like, all right.
Oh,
There's a
God.
steakhouse on Avila Street where the cobblestones are in back.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Bro, my cousin ate a tomahawk steak
Mm.
that was, it looked like, damn, it had to weigh 2 pounds. It was ridiculous. And the food is fantastic. Like the pizza, there's different little, we had ices there, we had ice cream. Like there's just so many different things there. It's just so cool to do.
What's the name of that barbecue place that's there? That place is really good. Do you remember it? You know the forever tree where like it's the tree where like if you kiss under it you'll stay. It's right across the street from that tree.
I never ate there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And
I was
then
never
they got
kissed under that tree either.
We did.
Oh,
wow.
beautiful. So beautiful. We went to Ford's garage. That's where I saw Anthony P at the same time. And then we had to figure out, was it to flush it or wash your hands? What was the deal?
That's
Well, you were helping me hold it, so it was good. Yes.
See?
And no roofies involved
We
there.
were
Huh?
weird guys in the bathroom, literally taking selfies. I have to
Literally.
in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it, Anthony.
Wait, Richie and Kent, did you guys go to? Have you been to Ford's Garage yet? I'm sure I've talked about it.
No, we've not. But yes, I've heard about it many times. I'm
me and
excited
Blake
to
went.
go. Yeah, again, something else that she did that I didn't do.
But that was on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Ah, very nice. Yeah, I have to keep harassing you to go there because it's the one thing.
What's the closest one to us? Is it?
I think there's one in Orlando. There's the one in St. Pete. We go St. Pete again. I love St. Pete.
Oh, QC man, you're from Queens.
Hey, oh my God, there's the picture of me in the bathroom. Oh God.
Yo, we were like freaks doing this, like
Yeah.
taking pictures of each other. It was really weird.
Wow.
But
Yeah, it was odd.
QC man's from Queens. QC, I'm originally from Queens, but I mean, granted, I was 8 years old when my parents moved me down to Florida. I didn't have much of a choice. But yeah, I was born in it's not even called this anymore, but Booth Memorial Hospital in Flushing, Queens. So.
Oh wow.
yo, QC man, I went to school in Queens, to St. John's University, and it was a movie when we were there. I had all the when I went to college. St. John's was in the Final Four. Chris Mullin, the NBA Hall of Famer, played there. Mark Jackson from the Knicks played there. I saw Patrick Ewing play. It was great. And I'm a Mets fan, so I was in Queens a lot. Yes. So
I went to school in Queens too. It was Queen of Peace. It was a kindergarten.
That's right. Yeah.
no, so I wow, QC man. All right. Well, QC man, do me a favor. One day, come on one of our channels for the love of God, because you've been on forever with us.
Yeah. Right.
It would be great to have you on. Seriously. It would be great to have him.
Us four New Yorkers originally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, yeah, I guess.
All Yankees.
But when somebody asks you, what do you tell them? Like when they go, like, where are you from? Would you say South Carolina now or no? Or
Yeah, when people ask like, I guess when they say where you're from or where you live, like if we're on trips and stuff, I always say South Carolina now. But if they inquire
They
further,
know that's not right.
if there's a way, if there's a way in, like if I feel like I can influence the conversation in some way, like recently that I was trying to get in good with one of these builders here because I wanted my client to get like the best deal, get an open lot that wasn't open to the rest of the people with new construction. I looked at her and I said to them, I was like, I bet she's from a northerner. I said, bet she's, and these people they're from here. I said, bet she's a northerner. Come to find out she's from Jersey. And then I started talking, I'm from New York and stuff like that. I was like, so is there any way we can get them like that reserved lot before it got out? And then eventually we could, but they didn't even go with it anyway. But yeah, I'll try to steer the conversation if it helps me. Yeah.
never. You can never. I tell people I live in Jersey. I'm from the Bronx. Don't even.
Oh, really?
No, hell
Yeah,
no.
you can't hide it.
Well, Staten Island doesn't have like necessarily a reputation,
Yeah.
or I mean it does, but it's not like like the Bronx has more gusto to it. Like I'm from Staten Island. You just think I'm on drugs, you know.
Be like me. I'm from Virginia.
What's his name?
Pete Davis.
What's his? Yeah, King of Staten Island.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's what we're known for.
But no, Joe, you touched on something I just want to mention about like the credit community in general, bringing people on the channels. I like that about this group, like, you know, creators and subscribers. There's not really like a wall or a separation. We all just kind of get together, jump on each other's channels. You know, that's awesome. I like that.
No, it was like
It's almost
last
like
week.
having friends.
But that's what it's become. I'm gonna be honest with you. Last week I had 3 guys that
Period. Watch
you
stop
would have
right
never
there.
seen them, right? Like they always show up on our channels, but I want people to actually see them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think that to me that's huge because we get a lot from them. You know, and without them, God knows, we'd just be the 3 of us. For that, we just do a FaceTime.
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, really,
True.
no one really should give a crap about us enough to still be up at this time to do this. You know,
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Yeah.
Nah,
Kim
but-
doesn't even give a crap enough about me to stay up this late usually. She's just here for the camera right now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be on with Calvin tomorrow at 12.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he just sent me a text. He's like, I know I gotta send you the link. I was like, yeah, okay, that would be nice. It'll be in 12 hours.
Forget
But
Calvin.
you know, Calvin is hilarious. Let me
Yeah.
see. So what time you guys up and out tomorrow?
Well, we got our the Capitol tour is at noon, so we'll probably, I don't know,
You gotta
up,
get there
do
early.
breakfast early.
There's a line there always. No matter, even if you're doing a tour, there's a line.
Yeah.
Unless he told you a specific place where they're gonna meet you.
Yeah, this is with our congressman's staff race. It's
Right,
just
so
the
they're
2
gonna
of
walk
us.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
We meet him at the Rayburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did. Okay.
Yeah, the Rayburn
Fun.
offices and then walk across the street.
It's
We're
so much
old.
fun.
We
Have a
wake up
blast.
at 6 on our own.
Yeah, well, we wake up normally I probably start waking up now and then I wake up
Yeah,
again around
true.
12:30 and then I wake up again around 1
Oh,
and then it just goes like that until the sun comes up.
True.
No comment. No comment. I'm gonna let that one go. Oh, guys, I'm gonna bounce because it's almost 12 o'clock and my kid is supposed to call me. He's on a work call in California. Yeah.
Killing it.
All right.
He's working for 3 AI companies remote
Wow.
and the University of Pittsburgh. He has 4
Crazy.
jobs.
Wow.
Swear to God, not lying.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But he's a hustler.
But crazy.
like-
yeah.
You know,
Good for
so
him,
he's
though.
doing it's a legal company called Briefcase. So he did their marketing, their website, all their AI stuff. So, and then he does that for the University of Pittsburgh.
Listen, he's working in AI. Make sure he puts our name in whatever database or whatever so that like when it all goes south, we're on the good list.
Absolutely.
Right.
My kid, oh, hell yeah. No, we got, but I hope you guys have a beautiful time. You guys are going to
Thank
stay on for a bit, I guess.
Yeah, I'll stay on for a little bit longer. I don't know. Anthony, you want to stay on or you got to dip?
I'm wondering if this is the best place to take our
dip
leave.
out? Yeah.
Wondering, yeah.
I know.
No,
Once
but-
Joe goes, the party's
You
over.
guys look very cozy there. I
Oh,
mean,
no.
I'm just saying, you know.
The
That's
roofie hasn't worn off yet. Maybe now is the best time to go.
Well, if so, take us home then.
Kim's innocence. I love that face. Kim's
Yeah.
innocence.
Innocence. Yeah.
One last thing. You guys are going to Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, we'll be there.
Of course. Did you guys book the same hotel?
We haven't booked anything yet.
Oh,
So we're screwed.
No, but you better do it quick.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know.
I think
Actually,
you
you
can
know what?
still book
Yeah.
certain dates. Yeah.
I can't
Like-
go the whole time, but he'll go
Oh.
all of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. We'll either have to like separate or we'll both have to come back early. I don't know.
We're there from
Separate.
the 6th to the 11th, right, Anthony?
Yeah, I think you could still book 6 to 9 and 6 to 10 all on points. But but I don't think you could do 6 to 11 anymore points. But it might have opened up more availability. Who knows? Worth checking.
You guys gotta jump on the El Caribe, bro. You have to.
For real. Yeah,
That's the
it's
spot.
gonna be-
That's
Yeah.
the spot.
Okay.
The beaches are beautiful and man-made in that section. So they took the real beach and cut them up into beaches that aren't going to be rough with the water from the ocean.
Okay.
Then you have the ocean side.
Yeah.
So we gotta go, bro. We have to burn those Hilton cards somehow. I have like 7 of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I actually
I
used all of my
drinks on me.
I was gonna be going to Puerto Rico February.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, in 2 weeks, but that ended up falling through. I was gonna go with my mom. But so I was gonna be there twice this year. But yeah, no, I'll
Please, you
probably
know what?
after.
Terry would love to meet you guys, and she wants. Anthony has a salsa thing that he found where we can learn how to dance salsa on the beach, right?
if you guys gotta come, we should do that
It'd be
together.
fun,
That'd
bro.
be
We
fun.
go to
Absolutely.
and then
Yeah.
we could do the tour of the Bacardi place, the Bacardi factory. The best
Yep.
mojito I ever had, bar none. And you can get the
Yeah.
liquor dirt cheap and bring it back home. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
So,
Sweet.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you could bottle
And,
your own rum.
Joe, before you go, we got to set up to redo your Beyond Credit
From 4 months ago.
because I'm telling
okay,
you, I don't-
Richie, good job. Good job.
do what?
Good
What?
job. Good job. Good job. 4 months later. 4 months later,
Like a
Anthony.
year later.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Before I
4
said a year.
recordings later too.
Yeah, no problem. He's had other people on 7 times. Still me. Nowhere. That's okay. I appreciate you, Richie. That's why I love Kim more. Kim, my love. Thank you, Kim.
That's why I brought her on. Nobody wants to listen to me talk. That's the
you know
whole
what?
reason
You're
I
right
brought
now.
you
Now
on.
I totally agree. Kim, it's all
No,
you.
I totally agree.
I love you guys. Have a good night.
You too.
You too, Joe.
Bye.
Take care.
Okay, guys.
Love you,
Thanks
man.
for having me on. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Joe.
All right.
All right, Anthony.
Funny. Hell yeah.
Have a good night. Take
Wait,
care.
I
'Cause
have
you
to
said
ask-
you're gonna dip, right? Okay.
Yeah, probably, but I'll ask you. Did you wait? Did you get the A5 Wagyu steak at the Michelin Star? Did you?
No.
Good. It's a waste.
Yeah. Really?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't worth it.
It was just cool to talk about, but it's like, yeah, it's a waste.
Okay. Yeah.
It was $70 for this much.
Yeah. I got the something hamon, where they like slice the ham off of that
Yeah.
leg thing for you, and for an ounce of that, it was like $50
Really.
for just an ounce of that meat. But it was really good though.
That's so crazy. So, how many different portions do you guys think you had? Like 10 dishes or something? I think we had like 6 personally.
Yeah, I think we had 6 or 7.
No, we had
Including
more than that,
dessert.
'cause we start with 5 and then we added 3 more things
Yeah.
and then dessert.
Okay. I don't know. I don't remember. But it was good. Everything we had. I told the guy, our waiter's name was Les. If you ever make it to the bazaar, try and get Les. The guy was awesome, and he didn't pressure
Les.
us like your waiter did.
Yeah, I know Javante. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. He was going crazy.
But no, I told him like everything we got, everything he brought out was like an elevation from the previous dish. Like the first dish was great, the second dish was amazing, and then whatever adjectives are better than amazing, it just went that way.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm actually just looking for you guys right now. If
right
you
here.
are interested, no, I'm not. Where'd you go? Yeah, it looks like you can still book the 6th to the 10th, the Hilton Caribe, and on points, $70K a night. Because I actually would really love, if you guys are gonna go, I would really love if you guys did stay at that.
Yeah.
hotel.
Which one is it?
Send me the
Hilton?
link. Just send me the link.
It's in the new San Juan Park, right?
Yeah,
Here.
it's in the new area, right?
If you share my screen, I can show you. It's this one right here, the Caribe.
Okay.
Yeah. So $70K a night, so $280K for 5 nights. Obviously 70 times whatever. Well, the 5th night free, but 70 times whatever for however many you guys can make it. But yeah, this is the one. I guess let me see if I zoom in onto the map. It seems like this is the deal. Basically, what does it say? So this is here. Okay, where is it? Oh, this is the Bacardi place that he was just talking about.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Why is this so weird? This is
So
like-
what you're saying is you're
know,
gonna make me burn 200 and something thousand Hilton points right before I hit my million.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that's right.
Right before I hit my million points.
I think it's worth it, man. I think it's worth it. I think if I'm looking at this correct, the T-Mobile arena should be like here somewhere. Right? The map looks different on my phone, but there's like a Hyatt place over here that some people are booking as well. But I think no, that's the Caribbean. Okay, right. So I think T-Mobile arena's over here, and there's like a Hyatt place here. That's where.
Okay, yeah, it's a nice area.
Just so you know, so I think that would be fun. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
All right, Kareem Hilton.
But yeah, man, who cares about the million points? Whatever, you know.
I do.
You didn't use them for this
Yeah,
year?
what the hell?
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess it's.
I've probably earned close to that, I would imagine. But you know how many I have on my account right now? I have 1,000. 1,000
Yeah.
points.
I was gonna say, after eating at the bazaar tonight, maybe I hit the million. I don't even know.
That's true. Oh, that is true. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys got to use the in-kind $50 off at least.
Yeah, me too. And I'm glad it actually did give you the referral because, you know, you sign up on their site, you get that $50 coupon, and at first that's all it showed, and then your referral was still sitting in my account thing. So I'm like, oh, I don't think it used it, but you said you got it. So
yeah, that's.
Oh,
I would definitely like if you're ever gonna make a video from this, just mention in kind and share that because. From my Waldorf video, I ended up getting like 40 people to sign up, and then only 10 or 15 actually converted, something like that.
Yeah.
So you can get
that Waldorf is nice.
Right.
Super nice.
That Waldorf is really nice. I kind of I don't want to say I regret not staying there, but I kind of regret not staying there.
Yeah, Calby did too because he stayed at the wharf, and his hotel was the Pendry. And he was once he came to the Waldorf, he was like, "I'm regretting it, man. I'm sorry. I regret this."
Yeah.
It's just a different level of hotel, different level of class too. It's like it's not like an upscale like Hyatt that's more modern. It's like it's an old building, century old.
Well, is it like we walked in and like I said, there was like that Congresswoman thing going on, and I take off my jacket and I'm like in his t-shirt. I was like.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have felt comfortable staying there.
Yeah,
it's insane. But the fact that it's true. Like when I got there, it was like they took the car, they took the bags, like they took everything. They didn't let me do anything. They're like, "Oh, you want some champagne to start your festivities?" I'm like, "Wow." They drink some champagne. Someone playing the harp and everything like that. You look up giant American flag.
Yeah.
If you guys do go back, I think it is free. If you go walk over there somehow tomorrow, the backside there's a tower that most people don't know about.
Tower?
Yeah, you can go all the way up there, and I think you can see the White House from there. But I think it closes at 4:30.
Okay.
Are you guys going to do the Library of Congress too?
I don't know. Tomorrow we have kind of a tight schedule because he said the Capitol tour, it's at noon, and he said it'll be 1.5, 2 hours ish. So that gets us out at 2. And I want to get to the airport in enough time to actually get into the Capital One Lounge.
You're leaving tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow's our 5th day. So
Gotcha.
So we might be able to squeeze it in. I know the tower is kind of close. So I don't know. It's all weird. It's all kind of walking distance, but also like not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to get the lift scooters everywhere.
Yeah, dude, those things are all over the place. But I don't know, man. With all the ice and snow on the ground, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true. You hit an ice thing, go flying over.
Yeah. I mean, I've almost eaten it a couple times already.
Yeah.
Jeez.
These Florida legs don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Dude, we did like what
23,000 steps.
Yeah, we did 23,000 steps before dinner today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I haven't done that many steps in all of 2024.
Yeah, right.
Except Nola.
365 times. That would be like, yeah, times 10 would be 3,000. That's like 10, that's like 100 steps a day. That would be or less. It'd be like 80 steps a day. You didn't do 80 steps per day.
Yeah. Listen, I'm a nuclear security officer. I sit in a tower all day.
That's true. Just sitting there. You should honestly be going live every time you're working there, and
right?
It'd be fun.
I'd be fired so quick.
Well, listen, you guys go get some sleep. You have a long day ahead of you tomorrow.
Yes, lots of traveling.
All right, man. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for the recommendation for the dinner. I guess you didn't know you did it, but
thanks for the in-kind referral.
Thank you for that. No, I'm glad you guys had a good time, but enjoy.
We did.
Have fun.
All right, man.
Tell Kate we said hi.
We'll do.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.